Chapter 25. Amaziah was 25 years old when he began to reign. And he did that which was right in the sight of the Lord. Now it came to pass. But he slew not their children. Moreover, Amaziah gathered Judah together, throughout all Judah and Benjamin. And he numbered them from 20 years old and above. He hired also 100,000 mighty men of valor, out of Israel, for 100 talents of silver. But there came a man of God to him. But if thou wilt go, do it. And Amaziah said to the man of God. And the man of God answered. Then Amaziah separated them, to wit, the army that was come to him out of Ephraim, and Amaziah strengthened himself. And other 10,000 left alive did the children of Judah carry away captive. But the soldiers of the army which Amaziah sent back. Now it came to pass, that he brought the gods of the children of Seir. Wherefore the anger of the Lord was kindled against Amaziah. And it came to pass, art thou made of the king's counsel? Then the prophet forbare, and said. Then Amaziah king of Judah took advice, let us see one another in the face. The thistle that was in Lebanon sent to the cedar that was in Lebanon, and thou sayest, Lo, thou hast smitten the Edomites. But Amaziah would not hear. And so Joash the king of Israel went up. And Judah was put to the worse before Israel. And Joash the king of Israel took Amaziah king of Judah, the son of Joash, the son of Jehoash, at Bethshemesh. And he took all the gold and the silver. And Amaziah the son of Joash, king of Judah, lived after the death of Joash, son of Jehoash, king of Israel, 15 years. Now the rest of the acts of Amaziah, first and last, behold, are they not written in the book of the kings of Judah and Israel? Now after the time that Amaziah did turn away from following the Lord, they made a conspiracy against him in Jerusalem. And they brought him upon horses, and buried him with his fathers in the city of Judah. Chapter 26. Then all the people of Judah took Uzziah, who was 16 years old. He built Eloth, and restored it to Judah. 16 years old was Uzziah, when he began to reign. His mother's name also was Jechaliah of Jerusalem. And he did that which was right in the sight of the Lord. And he sought God in the days of Zechariah, and he went forth and warred against the Philistines, and God helped him against the Philistines, and the Ammonites gave gifts to Uzziah, and his name spread abroad even to the entering in of Egypt. Moreover, Uzziah built towers in Jerusalem at the corner gate. Also, he built towers in the desert. Moreover, Uzziah had an host of fighting men. The whole number of the chief of the fathers of the mighty men of valor were 2,600, and under their hand was an army, 300,000 and 7,500. And Uzziah prepared for them throughout all the host shields, and spears, and helmets, and habergeons, and bows, and slings, to cast stones, and he made in Jerusalem engines, invented by cunning men, and his name spread far abroad. But when he was strong, his heart was lifted up to his destruction. For he transgressed against the Lord his God. And Azariah the priest went in after him. And they withstood Uzziah the king, and said unto him, Then Uzziah was wroth. And Azariah the chief priest, and all the priests, looked upon him. And Uzziah the king was a leper unto the day of his death. Now the rest of the acts of Uzziah, first and last, did Isaiah the prophet, the son of Amoz write. So Uzziah slept with his fathers. Chapter 27. Jotham was 25 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 16 years in Jerusalem. His mother's name also was Jerusha, the daughter of Zadok, and he did that which was right in the sight of the Lord. He built the high gate of the house of the Lord, and on the wall of Ophel he built much. Moreover, he built cities in the mountains of Judah, He fought also with the king of the Ammonites. So Jotham became mighty, because he prepared his ways before the Lord his God. Now the rest of the acts of Jotham, lo, they are written in the book of the kings of Israel and Judah. He was 25 years old when he began to reign, and Jotham slept with his fathers, and they buried him in the city of David, and Ahaz his son reigned in his stead. Chapter 28. Ahaz was 20 years old when he began to reign. For he walked in the ways of the kings of Israel. Moreover, he burnt incense in the valley of the son of Hinnom. He sacrificed also and burnt incense in the high places, wherefore the Lord his God delivered him into the hand of the king of Syria. And he was also delivered into the hand of the king of Israel. For Pekah the son of Remaliah slew in Judah 120,000 in one day. And Zichri, a mighty man of Ephraim, slew Maaseiah, the king's son. And the children of Israel carried away captive of their brethren 200,000. Women, sons, and daughters. But a prophet of the Lord was there. Behold, because the Lord God of your fathers was wroth with Judah, and now the purpose to keep under the children of Judah and Jerusalem for bondmen and bondwomen unto you. Now hear me therefore. Then certain of the heads of the children of Ephraim, Azariah the son of Johanan, Berechiah the son of Meshelmoth, and said unto them, Thus shall not bring in the captives hither, for whereas we have offended against the Lord already. So the armed men left the captives and the spoil before the princes and all the congregation, and the men which were expressed by name rose up. At that time did King Ahaz send unto the kings of Assyria to help him. For again the Edomites had come and smitten Judah. The Philistines also had invaded the cities of the low country, Gimzo also and the villages thereof, and they dwelt there. For the Lord brought Judah low, because of Ahaz king of Israel. And Tilgath-Pilneser king of Assyria came unto him, for Ahaz took away a portion out of the house of the Lord, and in the time of his distress did he trespass yet more against the Lord. This is that King Ahaz, for he sacrificed unto the gods of Damascus, which smote him. And he said, Because the gods of the kings of Syria helped them, therefore will I sacrifice to them. But they were the ruin of him, and of all Israel. And Ahaz gathered together the vessels of the house of God, and in every several city of Judah he made high places to burn incense unto other gods. Now the rest of his acts, and of all his ways, first and last, behold, and Ahaz slept with his fathers, and they buried him in the city. Chapter 29. Hezekiah began to reign when he was 25 years old. And his mother's name was Abijah, the daughter of Zechariah, and he did that which was right in the sight of the Lord, he in the first year of his reign. And he brought in the priests and the Levites, and said unto them, For our fathers have trespassed, and have forsaken him. Also they have shut up the doors of the porch, wherefore the wrath of the Lord was upon Judah and Jerusalem. For, lo, our fathers have fallen by the sword. Now it is in mine heart to make a covenant with the Lord God of Israel. My sons, be not now negligent, for the Lord hath chosen you to stand before him. Then the Levites arose, and of the sons of Elisaphan, Shimri, and Giel, and of the sons of Asaph, and of the sons of Heman. And they gathered their brethren, and the priests went into the inner part of the house of the Lord, and the Levites took it, to carry it out abroad into the brook Kidron. Now they began on the first day of the first month to sanctify. Then they went in to Hezekiah the king, and said, Moreover, all the vessels, which King Ahaz in his reign did cast away in his transgression. Then Hezekiah the king rose early, and they brought 7 bullocks, and 7 rams, and 7 lambs, and he commanded the priests, the sons of Aaron, to offer them on the altar of the Lord. So they killed the bullocks, and the priests received the blood, And they brought forth the he-goats for the sin offering before the king and the congregation. And the priests killed them. And he set the Levites in the house of the Lord with cymbals, with psalteries and with harps, according to the commandment of David, and the Levites stood with the instruments of David, and Hezekiah commanded to offer the burnt offering upon the altar. And when the burnt offering began, the song of the Lord began also with the trumpets. And all the congregation worshipped, and the singers sang, and when they had made an end of offering, moreover, Hezekiah the king, and the princes, commanded the Levites to sing praise unto the Lord with the words of David. And they sang praises with gladness. Then Hezekiah answered and said, and the congregation brought in sacrifices and thank offerings. And the number of the burnt offerings, which the congregation brought, was 60 bullocks, and the consecrated things were 600 oxen and 3,000 sheep. But the priests were too few, and also the burnt offerings were in abundance, so the service of the house of the Lord was set in order. And Hezekiah rejoiced, and all the people, that God had prepared the people, for the thing was done suddenly. Chapter 30. And Hezekiah sent to all Israel and Judah. For the king had taken counsel, and his princes, for they could not keep it at that time. And the thing pleased the king and all the congregation. So they established a decree to make proclamation throughout all Israel. So the posts went with the letters from the king and his princes throughout all Israel and Judah. And according to the commandment of the king, and be not the like your fathers, and like your brethren. Now be the not stiffnecked, as your fathers were. For if ye turn again unto the Lord, so the posts passed from city to city through the country of Ephraim and Manasseh, even unto Zebulun. But they laughed them to scorn. Nevertheless, divers of Asher and Manasseh, and of Zebulun humbled themselves. Also, in Judah, the hand of God was to give them one heart, to do the commandment of the king and of the princes. And there assembled at Jerusalem much people to keep the feast of unleavened bread in the 2nd month. And they arose and took away the altars that were in Jerusalem. Then they killed the Passover, on the 14th day of the 2nd month. And the priests and the Levites were ashamed. And they stood in their place after their manner, for there were many in the congregation that were not sanctified. For a multitude of the people, even many of Ephraim, and Manasseh, Issachar, that prepareth his heart to seek God. And the Lord hearkened to Hezekiah, and healed the people, and the children of Israel that were present at Jerusalem kept the feast of unleavened bread 7 days with great gladness, singing with loud instruments unto the Lord. And the whole assembly took counsel to keep other 7 days, and they kept other 7 days with gladness. For Hezekiah king of Judah did give to the congregation 1,000 bullocks and 7,000 sheep. And all the congregation of Judah, with the priests and the Levites, so there was great joy in Jerusalem. Then the priests, the Levites, arose and blessed the people, and their voice was heard.